Hello and welcome to Super Smash Bros. League, Playoffs Week 3. I'm Snuffy Sam and I'm here with my co-host Jack.
I
Alright, so let's look at where everyone's placed. Um, Musketeers, and they beat Beefcakes in a 3-0 win last week.
that was that was definitely what I think most people would consider an upset.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah for
Musketeers are definitely a team that see their strengths amplified and their weaknesses minimized in the
mhm.
playoffs. But even still, they took down Beefcakes pretty handedly, and I really don't think that was expected.
Yeah, and they're facing Classic Mode champions, which Week 1 beat Pint Size.
And Classic Mode champions are definitely another highly favored team going into the playoffs.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean they were
so
third in the season.
yeah, So seeing if Musketeers can take them down too, I mean that will really solidify Musketeers in a strong place if they can come in and beat two of the higher ranked seeds despite coming in as a
Mhm.
lower rank.
Yeah, and next we have Third Wheels, who beat Villains last week, and yeah, Third Wheels solid characters all around. They're going to be a tough team to beat, I think.
Yeah, they're
Because
definitely looking to be in a good position. Third wheels.
mhm.
I think they're definitely favored against Deadeyes. Deadeyes are a good team, but it's not an easy win against third wheels.
Yeah, I mean, but Deadeyes did manage to beat Super Bash Sisters Week 1, and they're not exactly a weak team, Super Bash Sisters. So
That's a good point. Yeah, I don't think you can underestimate any team at this stage, especially considering that the playoffs format is so different compared to the regular season format.
yeah,
We see we see spirits that are normally really strong aren't nearly as strong, and just the different method of how the matches play out. Obviously, it really changes things. So we can
hmm
go a bit off of the seeding, but it only tells us so much at this point.
it's very true. So we have in the losers bracket, Villains, who lost last week against Third Wheels, recently got a supporter, so that's should be interesting.
Yeah, I think getting a supporter on villains is going to be hopefully a real game changer for them. They were a team that were already looking like they had the makings of greatness. They just needed an actual person behind the wheel to help guide them with it a bit.
hmm but they're facing Super Bash Sisters, who won last week, so I think they're probably trying to keep the streak alive.
Yeah, I mean, Super Bash Sisters are. I mean, at this point, these are teams fighting to stay in it.
Yeah,
So
for
they're gonna
sure.
go all out, however you look at it.
hmm And then the last match of the night will be Beefcakes, who lost last week to Musketeers. And as we said, they're a really strong team, and that was a pretty big upset that they lost. So
Yeah, but I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but Athletes still doesn't have a supporter, correct?
Athletes still doesn't have a supporter, and they're also the only team that has never had a supporter.
Yeah,
Deadeyes are like using builds from back when they had a supporter, and Villains now has a supporter, but Athletes never has.
got that Deadeye's lost their supporter. Yeah, I mean, the Beefcakes versus Athletes. Hopefully, Beefcakes should win this. You know, it's a better. I mean, you don't want to lose to a team without supporters,
But like
but
on the other hand, like Athletes had a pretty surprising win last week against a strong team in Pine Size.
exactly like you think like at the end of the day, There, just because there isn't a supporter on athletes doesn't mean that they don't have a very real potential to win.
Yeah. So let's move into the first match of the night. And that would be the Musketeers versus Classic Mode champions. So, Musketeers beat Beefcakes, which means they sort of stole their seed for this match. So they're the home team, which gives them a big advantage because that's fewer ledges.
Yeah, the map aspect in particular, I think, is quite honestly the biggest change in the rules that benefits Musketeers during the playoffs. During the main season, we saw that some of their characters, they just don't have the necessary recovery on some of those stages. So being able to just play entire matches on the stages they want is a big upside for them.
Yeah, and then they can stick like Meta Knight on the away matches, which is what they did here.
Yeah, I mean there's really a way for them to use this new format for the playoffs to their advantage.
Yeah, so I suppose getting into the match proper, our first matchup is Hero versus Fox, which is on Musketeers' home map, King of Fighters Stadium.
Now, I believe Fox is actually one of the weaker members of Classic Mode Champions.
Yeah, I mean, Classic Mode Champions doesn't really have a weak link. Like, I believe stats-wise, Fox and Yoshi, like, are their weakest, quote-unquote, but, like, I'm pretty sure he still broke 100 in the main season.
Yeah, I mean, I think last time I was on, we talked about this, that Classic Mode Champions is really just solid through and through. There really isn't a crack anywhere on them from what we can tell. Mm-hmm. But even still, it feels like it feels to me as though Classic Mode Champions were kind of expecting Hero out first and know how tough of an opponent he is to take down, and so didn't want to risk using one of what they would potentially consider like one of their strongest in this match.
Yeah, like they don't want to waste Link or Donkey Kong or Mario on someone on Hero, because especially if Hero performs like he did last time he was on this stage.
Yeah, I believe you mentioned that Hero between his match and both of his matches in less than 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, like it was like slightly under. It was like a little under 2 minutes for It was a little under 2 minutes for the for his match against Corrin, and it was under 1 minute for his match against who was it? Ganondorf? Was it?
I believe he took down Ganondorf. Yeah. That sounds correct.
Yeah, it was Ganondorf.
If we're wrong, correct us in the comments.
But yeah, like he has finished these matches so quickly. So
yeah, I mean, it just makes sense. Hero is just such a high kill potency character.
Yeah. Now Fox does have a big B style, which means he'll have more weight. He'll take less damage. So we'll see if Fox can overcome this behemoth that Hero has become.
And I mean, even if he doesn't, hopefully that the Classic Mode Champions have set their lineup in preparation for that possibility.
Yep. So let's begin. So Hero, in the same build he's used in the last couple weeks, Strategist style to boost his special moves. Might gives him more mobility at the cost of his defense, and he's got Quick Man, which gives him even more mobility, and Gulligan, which boosts his sword attacks.
Yeah. And so we are on. So Musketeers went with King of Fighters for their home stage.
Yeah.
It's looking like right now that Fox actually is generally having the
Fox is in a
edge against Hero.
Fox is in a notable lead. Hero's having a bit of trouble hitting Fox. I guess his last couple opponents were a bit slower, so he was had an easier time hitting them. And Fox,
Yeah.
Big B style, so he's got better air mobility and he takes less damage. Mario Tennis Aces and Mithra are both the critical hit spirits.
And Fox is just racking up a lot of damage on Hero so far.
Yeah, it's like little
Hero's
chips.
already almost at 100.
It's like little chips, but Fox has the Fox just does so many hits over time that like his critical hit spirits activate, and then he just does a lot of damage.
Yeah, and I mean,
Oh, Hero's got
Fox?
Psych up.
remind me what that one does. I can't
It
keep
boosts
track of
the
what all
knockback of
Heroes
your
do.
next move. Okay.
Okay.
He wasted it on a kick. Hero bouncing off the glass, almost taken off.
Yeah.
Oh, and Fox loses the first stock to a big old fireball.
I mean, this is what we were talking about. That's just the danger of Hero in this, is that he can just, even when you think that he couldn't kill you, he can just pull out a big move and get rid of you then and there.
Yeah.
Though he got his final smash, but even if he lands it, I don't think that would be that big of a deal, honestly.
Yeah, and he got taken
I
out,
don't
so he
think
won't be
we'll
able to use it for a little bit. Honestly, it's probably better than wasting the full charge.
Yeah, in this case, I actually completely agree with you. The final smashes from the meter just generally. Oh, and Fox whiffs his,
Yeah.
but a lot of them just don't do a ton of damage if they're really. So really, if they're not going to get a kill, in a lot of cases aren't worth using.
Yeah, like there are some, like Mii sword fighters, if you can trap him against a wall, his just does a bunch of damage.
I mean, Zelda's is always worth using.
Well, yeah, I mean Zelda's because you can suck someone off the stage and like knock him into the pit.
Yeah, I mean, Zelda's is quite powerful.
Yeah. All right, and Hero's got his final smash. This will kill at this percent, and he connects with it.
This would. So it was looking like an early lead for Fox has really just turned around. I mean, Hero got that first kill and controlled that second stock overall.
Yeah, although kudos to Fox for like giving it to Hero in a way that the other characters who have faced it simply haven't. Like Fox is putting up a fight.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not counting Fox out of this at all. He is fresh. He is still fresh on this last stock, and Hero is getting pretty close to being killable.
Yeah, like he could easily bring this back. Kill Hero now. He's still at under 40%. He could like rack up the damage on Hero and finish him off before getting killed.
Mind you, with Hero being under 40% isn't safe from being killed, as we've seen, basically.
Fox has his final smash at the ready. He connects with it. This will kill.
This will kill, but I mean, he's ending this stock on at 61%, and I just don't know if that's. I just don't know if he's going to be able to get the kill before being killed. In this case, he's been able to rack up the damage on Hero without too much trouble, but landing the big hits has been.
And well, yeah, at 0% on his last stock, I suppose, but.
Yeah, I mean, Fox did put up a very good fight. I mean,
this is
really
long. This is
we
longer
saw
than Hero's been on the field so far.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he also lost more stocks than he did in either of his previous matches. I think he only lost one.
I'm trying to think if he lost 2 stocks against Ganondorf. It was a pretty, like it was flat zone. It was flat zone X, so maybe. But,
it was flat zone X, yeah.
Although despite having like having a fresh stock, Fox did deal basically even damage to Hero that he took. It's just he wasn't able to get those early conversions.
I mean, I think what really what was really shown off there that makes Hero so dangerous is his early kill potential. I mean, he took Fox's first stock off when Fox was at pretty low percent. What was Fox at? 50, 60%?
Yeah, something around there.
Like, it's completely changed the momentum of the match that was before then seeming like a very Fox favored matchup.
Indeed. But let's move on to match 2, which is Meta Knight versus Link. Link, considered one of the powerhouses of Classic Mode champions. He's had a couple rough performances at times, but
yeah, I mean, I think this makes Link is. I just don't know if Classic Mode champions would be able to come back from a 2-0 deficit against a team like Musketeers.
yeah, that is a fair point. Like, the remaining 3 characters, Luigi, Mario, and Donkey Kong, all of them are strong characters, and I think,
Yeah,
but like, it's hard. It's really hard to say, because Link is Link is kind of one of their strongest pieces. So losing him would not be a fun time for them.
exactly. This is what should feel like a much more certain win for Classic Mode champions. So not getting it is a very real concern.
Mm-hmm. So let's just get into it then. Meta Knight versus Link. So we'll be doing this on Hyrule Castle, which is the home map for Classic Mode champions. And so there's the tent at the right. There's sort of a wall, which can lead to a lot of combos. But there's also places to fall off. So
yeah, it's a very interesting stage layout. It also, because of how tall it is, isn't that conducive to killing off of the top.
yeah,
Which, I mean, how does Meta Knight usually like to kill?
I mean, besides just like knocking Link far enough off stage that he can't get back, Meta Knight's best kill options are all kind of vertical. His up B is notable, I think, as a pretty good. Oh, and there goes Meta Knight.
Oh wow, that was yeah. I mean, Link was largely in control of that, of that first stock. I would say it was looking like, not that Meta Knight was doing reasonable damage, but overall it just felt like Link was the one. Overall, kind of pacing the fight.
Yeah. Yeah, Meta Knight, he's got his final smash. If he uses it on Link, which he does, he connects with it. This will take out Link. Meta Knight's at pretty low percent, and Link will lose half his final smash charge. Oh, and Meta Knight has Judd. I forgot about that.
Oh wow. Oh, I did not realize that was Meta Knight's build.
Yeah.
Was that what he was using in the main season?
No, that's something he got fairly recently.
I mean, I think.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice for him. I mean, he's gotten Link up to 43%, so he's starting to catch up.
Yeah, it looks like Meta Knight's Final Smash, even without kill, is one of the ones that does still do pretty reasonable damage. It does about what look like 35% or so. A little bit less.
Well, there goes Link's Final Smash, taking out Meta Knight. Still.
Yeah.
Nice of Meta Knight to catch up a bit, getting Link up to above 60% on that stock.
I mean, Link is. That double Final Smash build, though, I think is one of the. I think is actually a interesting example of a build that may work better in the playoffs compared to the main season.
Yeah,
on
because
certain characters.
yeah, because like double final smash doesn't boost your final smash charge rate, so you kind of have to like be able to get your final smash charge in the first place, and like it's more difficult. Oh, and there goes Meta Knight. It's more difficult to get the final smash charge in the main season because you just kind of die, whereas in the playoffs you have multiple stocks to recharge it.
Yeah, I mean, it's if you aren't getting your final smash at least once in these matches, it means that something has either gone terribly, terribly wrong or terribly, terribly right because the match ended really quick.
Yeah. So yeah, solid performance from Meta Knight, but Link just takes it from him. Pretty much a full stock lead by the end.
Yeah.
So
That's exactly what Classic Mode Champions needed, obviously. That ties it up at 1-1, and I would say I think both of the teams have used their strongest characters.
yeah, but I mean, there's still the second strongest character to come out, which is happening now with Robin versus Donkey Kong. At least I feel.
Yeah, I
feel like Robin and Donkey Kong are.
I mean, Donkey Kong definitely feels like the second strongest character to Classic Mode Champions to me.
Yeah, I feel like. I mean, Robin is like the strongest in the main season, and he's been solid in the playoffs. I'd say these are two characters who are sort of on even footing. I mean, it's hard to say who will win this.
Definitely hard to say.
It's essentially healing versus super body, super armor. Because
Yeah, I mean,
right?
yeah, I mean, I actually think this is an instance where King of Fighters Stadium may be a really good stage for Donkey Kong, and not that great of a stage for Robin.
Yeah, I feel that is a fair point. Like,
Yeah,
Donkey Kong has the worst recovery, and he's got the earlier kills, potentially at least. So yeah, that is a good point. I suppose we'll see how it goes.
I mean, we'll see if it actually plays out that way. But that's just my first kind of thought about how stage could impact this matchup.
Mm-hmm. So we've got Robin's got an early percent lead on Donkey Kong. He's really good at using those arc fires on this stage. Like that's something we saw I think last week too, where he just spammed those constantly.
I mean, but even still, despite that, although Robin's healing is definitely helping him out quite a bit, but if Donkey Kong's a character where if he can keep up the pressure properly on Robin, that Robin will really struggle to get out of it, I think.
Yeah.
As of right now, that does not look to be a problem for Robin.
Yeah, I mean he's got a solid percent lead on Donkey Kong, and he hasn't managed to break like 40 even.
I mean, Donkey Kong's already over 100, and Robin hasn't even is really staying pretty well below 40%, like you said.
Yeah.
Robin's just really outspacing Donkey Kong, is what it seems like to me.
Yeah, I mean, what's happening right now is that Donkey Kong's dragged this out long enough where Robin keeps using up his stuff, and now he's having trouble sealing the kill. But he connects with the final smash.
Oh, final smash!
That will do it.
But Donkey Kong was able to bring it back enough to get Robin up to about 80%.
Hitting Robin against the wall, trying to get that kill, doesn't get it.
if he can get it, that Nosferatu is just
Yeah, Nosferatu is really strong because I believe it depends on how much damage you deal. And since Robin,
it heals directly based on damage.
yeah, so like since Robin has a tank style which boosts his damage output, he heals quite a bit from that.
Donkey Kong was looking like such a good start to this stock. Ended up having to use his final smash to take Robin out.
Yeah, and he's already at nearly 70%.
Yeah,
and gone.
I mean, that is just not what you want to see as a Classic Machampions fan when Donkey Kong for Donkey Kong. Mm-hmm. This is looking really rough now.
Yeah, like Robin has a lead bigger than a whole stock now. Like Donkey Kong started hitting him, and then Robin used Nosferatu and just stole that back.
Yeah, and I mean, it really, since that first stock, it really hasn't even been the healing that's been letting Robin dominate. It's just been that he's just been outplaying Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm. Although the healing has certainly helped.
Yes, I mean the healing was most notable right at the start of the match. I think where he got his initial lead. But it feels to me like he's just been keeping it through just...
Connects with another final smash.
Play. That's going to be it.
No, it isn't.
Wow.
Donkey Kong surviving.
That is shocking to me. I was positive that Donkey Kong was at a high enough percent.
Yeah. So... There's a question, Donkey Kong isn't hitting with his special moves. His strategist style isn't really doing much for him.
No, although I will say Donkey Kong seems to be a very grab-heavy character to me.
Yeah. Connecting with his final smash does not kill Robin, which is not great because they kind of needed that to help start a comeback.
Yeah. If Donkey Kong wanted to stay in this, he needed that to have killed, and that didn't happen, and I think it's really just a matter of time of when will Robin get Donkey Kong's last stock, and will Donkey Kong be able to get Robin's second stock off first?
Yeah. Oh, and he does not. This is little slidey dash attack.
My strength is yours.
All right.
Valiant effort from Donkey Kong, but it just wasn't enough.
Mm-hmm. So let's move on to. So it's 2-1 with Musketeers having the advantage. So potentially this next match will be our last one of the Musketeers.
Yeah. This is going to be the...
So this next match, it's Mii Sword Fighter versus Luigi. So that's going to be interesting. We're back on Hyrule Castle. Right?
I mean, Mii Sword Fighter is a pretty good character. This is...
Yeah, he's got some strong damage output. He's done some solid things. He's also had some bad weeks.
Yes, but what character hasn't had some bad weeks? Though Luigi is pretty frightening.
Yeah. He's got that Celebi, which is always scary, and then once he has a. And then, the Celebi helps him use more Final Smashes, and his Final Smash is a potent killing tool.
I'm really rooting for Luigi in this one because I always like having five fights have to happen. It's more content for a lovely fan.
Fair enough.
It also means that we have to stay up. That's fine.
Yeah, that is what it means. Anyway, let's just start the match.
Huh.
All right, so me Sword Fighter, he's got an interesting loadout. 3-1.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's got his special moves, basically all the ones that all the ones that send you flying at your opponent. So he's got blurring blade, which sort of like jumps forward a little bit and stabs a bunch. His side special is Airborne Assault, which is this twirl thing that he used right there. His up special is Hero Spin, which is just links. He doesn't have that many good up specials. And his down special is Power Thrust, which is sort of, I guess, Falcon Kick, but with a sword.
With a sword.
Yeah. But works basically the same way.
He definitely has the advantage over Luigi right now.
Mm-hmm. Luigi just hasn't been although to be fair, both these characters have healing. Yeah, so it's just that Luigi has a higher healing level, but
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah,
but me Sword Fighter has Majora's Mask on, which boosted all his stats in exchange for a 30% handicap.
He gets him in that. I just don't think.
Nah, it didn't.
Yeah, that was just in a very bad position for Luigi's Final Smash, sadly. But
yeah, maybe if he was like right by the edge and facing the right way, but
at the very least, it seems to have helped change the momentum of the match to go more in Luigi's favor. I say as he gets knocked off stage.
Mm-hmm.
He made it back, but
but yeah, me Sword Fighter about to get his Final Smash. It's just me Sword Fighter is just doing more damage, and he's getting more chances to heal.
yeah, I mean, Luigi's kind of felt in control of this match at a couple of points, but overall, it's been me Sword Fighter.
Me Sword Fighter uses his Final Smash.
Me Sword Fighter hitting Luigi. Yeah, that's gonna.
Didn't kill though. Didn't have the range to drag Luigi off stage, but okay, I guess he just sort of.
Yeah, I mean, he just wasn't able to make it all the way back.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, yeah, overall, it just felt like the way Luigi's gotten damage on is just in the moments where me Sword Fighter stops hitting him.
I'm just realizing the Classic Mode Champions requested a song, and I don't think I've done it either round that we've been on this stage. Oh well.
Well,
too late
we'll
now.
Make sure to. Sorry. That's how it goes sometimes, folks.
Yeah. All right. Me Sword Fighter not actually not able to do damage on this stock yet.
This stock is going very differently than the first for Luigi. Luigi's just been staying at extremely low percent, whereas me Sword Fighter is seeing his damage slowly start to climb up.
Mm-hmm. And Luigi's about to get his Final Smash again, which will
Yeah,
honestly,
if he spot.
I think he did. I think he used it in the right direction. This will kill. It did. Yeah.
Let's see.
And now it's an even game, pretty much.
Yeah. That was a really big swing for Classic Mode Champions right there. I think that really shows off the danger of Luigi as a character and of healing in terms of how it impacts your final smashes. I mean, Luigi was just able to build up that smash meter again without too much trouble, and was just able to use it to close up me Sword Fighter's first stock without losing much of anything himself.
Yeah, and now the momentum, I can't say it's swung entirely in Luigi's favor, but like he's keeping it pretty even as we're moving forward.
Yeah.
And me Sword Fighter uses his Final Smash, misses.
I mean, we already saw. Even if that had hit, I wouldn't have been too worried about Luigi.
I wouldn't have been worried about him dying, but like it would have brought me back into the percent lead.
Would have done some good damage, yeah.
Because like his does deal like noticeable damage, like 20%, 30%.
Yeah. Now, I feel like at this point we can kind of safely say momentum has swung towards Luigi. Of winning
Yeah.
that final smash
Hmm.
was a big deal, and Luigi's almost at his final smash again.
Yeah, that's going to be it's a big swing for Luigi. He has to spend time building up his final smash, and Luigi is at a 20% lead and is almost at his.
Yeah,
Oh, and he uses it, and he connects. This will kill.
this is I'm almost certain this will kill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and yeah,
I
now
mean-
now Mii's behind. He's going to have to try and catch up.
yeah, yeah, and I think also that last stock kind of showed where Luigi is able to outshine Mii Swordfighter, which is Luigi. I feel like Luigi was using his aerials a lot more on that second stock. And oh, he hit with the dirty up B, the disrespect on that man.
Yeah, and thanks in no small part to that upbeat, they're even in percent, which isn't
Luigi-
good when you're a stock behind.
Oh, this could kill Luigi if he uses it.
Yeah, he uses it, and I don't think Luigi's coming back from that. Nope.
No,
Okay, so
no,
he's taking it even in stocks, but 80%.
80%, and I mean, we've seen
Final smash
multiple
half
times
charge from
that-
Luigi.
Yeah, and we've seen just how dangerous that is. Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god!
Oh
that
my
was not the way you want to see that match end.
No, oh my
Luigi
god.
had it, and he
He
choked.
blew it. He choked hard.
Oh my god, that is just rough to see. And you know what? The worst part about it, as a supporter for a team, when you see something like that, is that a lot of the time it feels like there was nothing you could do to prevent that. It's
No.
just what comes with the territory, sadly. Of sometimes your characters will just get messed with off stage in a way that they don't come back,
Well,
even when they probably should have.
I mean, pick King of Fighters Stadium and Shadow Moses Island. There is no offstage.
Yeah, that's the only thing you can do, really. But
Yeah, besides that, yeah, not much.
yeah, I mean, still though, I would say this was a set that really showed off just how scary both of these teams are,
Mhm.
and why the other teams that are in the playoffs need to watch out for them.
Yeah, whoever's facing Classic
I
Mode
mean-
champions in the losers bracket next week. Next week.
Yeah, but,
The-
because the final match would have been Mario versus Marth.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm trying-
Mario versus
yeah,
Marth.
and
We haven't seen Marth at all during the playoffs. We don't know how good he is in this format. We're on King of
I
Fighters
mean
Stadium.
Mario's a pretty impressive character generally. So
Mhm.
the fact that he could have been the one to face Marth, I mean, that was honestly probably a bit too close for comfort
Yeah.
for Musketeers. At least that's how I would feel if I was them.
Mhm.
Like Marth versus Mario is not a matchup I would have wanted to have occur.
Yeah.
Um,
Even on King
like,
of Fighters
but-
Stadium, which is a stage that I would say pretty heavily favors Marth, I wouldn't want that matchup.
But you know, they didn't have to worry. They don't have to worry about that unless they have a rematch.
Yes. So yeah. So whoever faces Classic Mode champions in the losers bracket is going to be pretty scared. And as for who's facing Musketeers next,
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, whichever team is going to have to face Musketeers is going to have to be worried too. Let's not underplay them. They were the winners there, and I mean, we saw some really impressive performances once again from Musketeers. So,
yeah. So yeah, Third Wheels versus Deadeyes is this match.
now, Deadeyes is without a supporter now, but they are set up on builds made by a person.
Yeah, I
So-
mean all the I'm a person.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. No. I'm saying that that was made since like the season started, and we actually learned how things work better,
Yeah.
like in terms of matchups and
Th-
how
th-
characters
these
like
are
to play.
these are tried and true builds. These are builds that have stood the test of time.
that have been more thoroughly tested.
Yeah.
So I mean, I believe that their home map and their lineup is randomized, but I mean, that only affects so much if you have good builds behind you.
Yeah.
Because with a good build, you can really, you can really take on a lot, even if you have what should be, in theory, just a bad matchup.
So so as we look at the first match, which I haven't set up yet, the first match is on Yggdrasil's altar.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, this is an interesting stage. You really see the characters not like to acknowledge that the train is leaving the station until it's too late.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, in the main season where, in the main season where once a character dies, they're gone for the match. I suppose that's not like, I mean, it's still pretty game changing, but like, it's not like you've blown your chance to influence the match if that happens here.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, like you can, if you think like you've got like, if you've taken a lot of early damage, you can like distract the opponent, get them off the stage, and then just reset the stock.
Yeah.
Right. So
There's just a lot of interesting things that can be done when the platform decides to leave. Let's put it like that.
yeah, I mean we'll see. Let's see how these two handle it. Ryu versus Inkling on
Yeah.
Yggdrasil's altar. All right. So Ryu on CPU 8, as he usually is, and he's got Big B style and Gold Mario, as he usually does.
Yeah. There's interesting characters who their AI actually seems to perform better at level 8 as opposed to level 9.
Yeah, I mean, we started seeing some Jigglypuff tests recently, and Jigglypuff's been looking great on a level 8 AI. Granted, Jigglypuff also has a new build, which has the Polar Bear and Boulder style.
It's just a very interesting thing that sometimes just the level 8 AI is better, and obviously, I mean, obviously we want the CPUs to be at their best for this, because, and so like, if that's how it is, that's how it is, and these two are going pretty blow for blow overall. I would
Yeah.
say it's been pretty even.
Yeah, I mean, right now Inkling is out of ink. Oh, she's starting to recharge, but she was out of ink. So she's out of ink again. Misses with the final
was able
smash.
to dodge that final smash, and that was a big deal. I mean, if Ryu can get the kill off on her without his final smash, that could be really nice for him.
Yeah. So like, one difference that I see between there goes Inkling with that combo into Shoryuken. The difference that I usually see between level 9 AI and level 8 AI is that level 8 AI usually stays closer towards the center stage. So like that's like it's good for Ryu who has a bad recovery. It's good for this stage where you don't want to be caught with your pants down, as it were.
Yeah. I mean, the AI can be very aggressive with how late it chooses to recover. It will really push it to the very limit before it goes back to stage if it can.
Yeah. Whereas
and-
level 8 AI generally tries to stay towards the middle of the stage more, so that's less of a problem.
Yeah. And I mean, Ryu seems to have gained the tiniest bit of an upper hand, but I really don't want to oversell it because I feel like Inkling could close this up again very easily.
Yeah, just a couple of rollers will even this up. Like
Yeah.
literally one or two. They're both at Final Smash. Will they use it? Who will use it first? Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
and Ryu does. Shin Shoryuken taking out Inkling.
yeah, I mean that was big.
Yeah, because basically
If
took away half her
Inkling
Final Smash charge. It's a stock lead. It's not great for Inkling.
What was pretty even has now started to certainly favor Ryu. I feel like part of the issue for Inkling during this match has been just a character like Ryu who's on against a character like Ryu on a stage like this, keeping her ink levels up has not been easy for her.
Yeah, she can't create the distance she needs. Using her
She
Final
can't
Smash,
create
she
the
connects with
distance
it this
for the
time.
Oh, and
But yeah, it doesn't kill. She
Ryu
hits
not
Ryu out
dying
of
for that.
it. He's fully inked, so
Yeah.
he'll take a lot of damage. Potentially get killed soon, but
I mean, Inkling not getting the kill off of that though was less than ideal for them. Really not what you want to see as a Dead Eyes fan.
yeah,
But-
it really isn't.
I mean, really does look like Ryu should be able to end this.
Yeah, like even if Inkling can take the stock off Ryu, which is no guarantee, there's a good. I don't think she's surviving through another one.
No,
Like Ryu's like a full stock ahead. He's jumping around
Yeah.
Inkling, keeping himself from being hit.
actually, Ryu has a lot of moves that should be able to just kill at this point.
Yeah, I mean Inkling's giving her credit. Inkling is a spike. That was pretty good. But yeah,
I mean, Inkling's not going down without a fight. Inkling is really still giving it their all, but I mean, look at this. They're still just without ink. They've been without ink for too long, and that's just... Yeah.
it just seals the deal for them.
Give it your all.
And yeah, so Third Bills takes the first win against Dead Eyes.
Yeah. Certainly... I mean, certainly... It was certainly a competitive match for the majority of it, I would say. The big thing that sank Inkling, and I feel like we see this pretty consistently throughout the playoffs, especially, is whiffing those final smashes is just not something you can let yourself do.
It's honestly
just
it's
lose.
honestly better to die with your Final Smash full than to whiff it, because at least then you get to save half
Yeah.
of it.
Like, you really need to be on top of those final smashes in the playoffs, because if you're not on top of them and your opponent is, they can really, really get a lead.
Indeed. So let's move on to the next round. So third wheels with the advantage so far, but we're going to a random stage, and our matchup right now is Sonic versus Samus. So Sonic on the build he's been using for a little while, Brickwall style and Celebi.
Good. My favorite build. I've never had any bad experiences with this build.
Yep. Samus, Samus could potentially take him out though. She's got a pretty high damaging build, strategist style, Balrog, Shine Sprite, Happy Mask Salesman. if she connects with those charge shots, she could do some serious hurt.
And I feel like Samus's special moves are stuff that Sonic should have a slightly tougher time avoiding.
Yeah, they're all pretty big. Her missiles home in. So lots of stuff. So we'll see how this goes, and we'll see what stage Deadeye's got. Last time the guy could decide a lot
Be
of
a big factor in all this.
Oh, okay. Windy Hill Zone. Interesting.
Oh. This is what I've decided to make my team's home stage.
Yeah.
You know, before we were eliminated before the playoffs.
Yep. This will be
What
interesting.
song is playing now? Because I can't hear it.
The regular Windy Hill Zone, Lost World theme.
Alright.
Yeah. I could change the RNG for this stage. Mess around with it a bit.
I don't know why the RNG would be anything other than all city escape.
Live and learn though.
Alright, 80% city escape, 20% live and learn.
Is Eggman in this game? The song. I am the Eggman.
Oh,
That's what I am.
Is
that in this game?
It is, sadly.
I'm trying
I
to
don't think it is. I don't think it is. That song is Sonic Adventure 2 had the best songs. And speaking about what's actually going on though, Sonic is decimating Samus. I mean, Samus just cannot build up any percent on Sonic, and just seeing hers rack up. The curving of this stage, I think, is really not doing Samus any favors. At least to me, I think it really messes with her projectile game, which is very just directly horizontal.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for her to get those sorts of kills, and she's taken out by Sonic.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 30% deficit isn't that great for her, at least in this matchup, because like it already starts her ahead of wherever Sonic's going to be usually.
Yeah, exactly.
So she's basically playing catch up each stock.
And Sonic getting his final smash is not something you want to see.
Fortunately for
So
her,
it didn't
didn't
really
kill.
do much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say Samus could potentially get a kill early on Sonic with her. Ooh! That Sonic was still at pretty low percent for that.
So that
I feel
was
like
pretty
Samus-
surprising.
And I feel like with how close in the stage is on its borders, if Samus can land her final smash properly, she could get a pretty gimpy kill on Sonic.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Sonic's just keeping himself in the percent lead, which is making it all that much harder for Samus to take his matches. Even janky kills, like even meteor smashes off the ledge, at low percents won't send far. This won't send far enough to kill.
They're just harder to get.
Yeah. So. It's unfortunate, and Samus just isn't able to do much damage to Sonic right now. Like she isn't able to hit him much.
She's just seeing things just not getting anywhere for her. Just Sonic slowly increasing the damage on her while he stays at roughly the same place.
Yeah, like just chipping and chipping away, which I mean is bad when it's another healing character, but when it's a character who doesn't have healing, that's how he sweeps teams.
Yeah, exactly. When it's a character who does have healing, it means that we are all stuck here for like 40 minutes. And that is why it was decided to ban Celebi for next season.
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons.
I mean, listen, this is our experimental season.
Yeah.
You know, we gotta live and learn.
That's true. By the way, I did look it up.
Sonic,
I did look it up. Unfortunately, Eggman is not on the song list.
told you, I knew it couldn't be because otherwise that would be all like I ever listened to.
I mean, there's a Studiopolis from Sonic Mania. There's Fist Bump from Sonic
I
Forces.
mean, we're
no
we're
Infinite though.
Oh no. What would I do without my Sonic Forces music?
Yes. Listen, you gotta get that Hoobastank.
I mean, listen, I got this match. I mean, this is a pretty foregone conclusion at this point. I think.
Yeah, I'm
just
not sure.
can't
I'm not sure
imagine
Samus is going to get to two stocks off on Sonic. Like maybe she can get one more janky kill. She's actually did a solid amount of percent there in that combo.
Yeah.
Like, if she like really buckles down, just starts hitting him right now, I can see her. I can see her like managing. Like the final smash didn't even do
I
that
don't
much.
think.
But like,
No, that Samus's final smash doesn't do too much. Its advantage is its strongest point is that it can really trap somebody. When somebody's in it, they're generally pretty darn trapped in there.
yeah,
And it can. It's a pretty. It's often also like a pretty effective like push.
yeah. It
If Samus
pushes
had
people
gotten
off stage so it can
directly
get.
in it- So like if Samus had gotten Sonic going in the other direction with it at about even at a fairly low percent, she probably could have just pushed him just right off the stage.
Yeah. Of course, Sonic didn't even get trapped in it, and right now, like Samus is doing decent damage to Sonic at the moment.
This is the first time all match it's felt like Samus has actually been like in control to
Yeah.
some extent. Like
I mean,
it
Sonic is
doesn't
about to
just
get his
feel like
Sonic's about to get his final
I- it-
smash, and here we go.
I
I'm not
mean,
sure.
well, at least
Oh no,
towards
it
the
did.
It did. At least towards the end of that match there, though, it wasn't just Sonic doing damage to Samus while she did nothing. It felt like, despite everything, it felt like she was finally getting the hang of what she needed to do to try and win that fight.
Yeah. I mean, Samus actually dealt more damage by a lot.
Yeah,
So-
the issue was that it was just so spread out over time.
Yeah, she just wasn't able to get that burst damage in.
I mean, yeah, she was dealing a lot more damage, but it was just so many small hits over a pretty extended period of time. I mean, that was a 7.5 minute match, I think it said, right?
Yeah. So 7 minutes 18
And so, like,
seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're. I mean, even if you're dealing what should be a lot of damage over that much time against healing,
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to show itself, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true. So on to the third and potentially last match. So
Yeah.
what stage did they got? They got Windy. No wait, that was their stage.
We're just on their stage of Windy Hills End.
Yeah.
We are
so
back on.
yeah, we are now back on Yggdrasil's altar, and we've got a Snake versus Falco. So Snake. What about
Because-
Snake?
Snake is extremely dangerous, to say the least.
Yeah.
He is a hard to kill character who can deal a lot of damage.
Yeah. His recovery goes really far. He has super armor. He has demon style. He deals massive damage out of range. Deals massive damage close up. And he has Ashley, which is his final smash, which lets him get his final smash earlier, and that final smash does not miss. So he's very difficult to take out. Falco also has demon style, so he could potentially just maybe reflect a bunch of stuff that Snake throws, just outrange him, and then rush him down with that Gelfonzo and that Ho-Oh. Keep in the game, you know. I think this is in Snake's favor, but who knows?
Yeah, Snake is just so strong. This is not going to be... I mean, this wouldn't be an easy fight for any character.
No. No. Let's move into the match, I suppose.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, so... a few seconds in, Falco gets the first blood on Snake, knocks him a bit off the stage. Okay, Falco doesn't make it back. No, thanks to that bunny head.
Yeah, I mean, that was almost what we were talking about earlier during the first match of, it's very easy for these characters to just not care about this platform until it's too late.
Yep. I mean, that is why Falco has 3 jumps and bunny head. But, and yeah, Falco keeping it somewhat even.
Does Falco have the bunny hood?
He did. He doesn't have it anymore, but yeah.
Yeah. What's Falco's build again?
Falco's build is demon style, so higher damage, lower defense. He's got Gelfonzo, which gives him a bunny hood for the first bit of the match, and he's got Ho-Oh, which gives him a 3rd jump.
Yeah, I mean, I think that bunny hood really kind of shows how Deadeyes is suffering a little bit from no longer having their supporter, because items do not carry over across stocks.
Yeah.
So when Falco's coming back now because he just got killed by Snake's incredibly strong final smash, he's essentially just wasting a point of his build from here on out.
And now, to be fair though, the bunny head did do good work for the few minutes it was out, because those were the minutes that the platform was at the station, and he needed to.
That is completely true, and I mean, God, Snake has just racked up so much damage on Falco's 2nd stock, and while Falco took him out, their first stock was even, but Falco's 2nd stock has already just been really badly decimated.
And he's gone. He's already gone. And Snake's almost at his final smash. This won't kill, but I mean, unless Falco lets it.
I think we just saw there again was just what makes Snake really so scary. Falco went from 0 to almost 90% in 10 seconds flat.
Yeah.
And it's really looking really not looking great for Falco right now, and by extension Deadeyes. This is going to...
Yeah, I mean, Falco's going to take out Snake with this final smash, but
at 70% though, and Snake just kills so easily.
Yeah, Snake can kill now. Falco's at kill percent.
Falco was at kill percent 20% ago for Snake. Those side Bs on Snake with this build are just...
So side Bs, I mean, always... oof, just look at that. It's disgusting.
I know, right? I mean...
And those aerials are so powerful.
I mean, the only thing Falco potentially has is kind of his down B.
Excuse me? Okay. Okay. Okay.
What?
This is a twist. What a twist!
This is a really big twist. Right?
What a twist! Full of twists and turns.
I think we've peaked. You know what the worst part is?
Yeah.
I know as an actual human, I couldn't pull off anything like half that cool.
Yep. I mean, to be fair, that wasn't the dumbest decision Snake could have made, because while the missiles are firing, Snake can be hit, and he can be killed.
He stays in the air. It was the perfect decision to make.
Yeah.
Literally, if he hadn't done that, he would have lost right there. It was it was the exact thing he needed to do.
Yeah. Holy cow. Okay. Well, Third Wheel's got another 3-0 in 2 weeks. The winning teams get a bit of a week break. So they'll face each other 2 weeks from now. Third Wheels and Musketeers, and Deadeyes will move on to the losers bracket. So yeah,
it's not done yet for Deadeyes, and I think they really can pull it back, especially if they get, especially if they can get a supporter back.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody can step up and start actively supporting them again, I think that the Deadeyes are still very much in this, because they were still looking all right, even without a human influence to help them out.
Mm-hmm. So on to the next match. So match 3 is Team Villain versus the Super Bash Sisters. So Team Villain got a supporter this week who completely overhauled the team, for the record.
I mean,
every single character. I mean, not completely. Like King Dedede still has Demon style, and he's still based around his Funnel Smash. But Bowser Jr. still has Strategist style. But every character on the team has had at least one change.
Has had at least some reworking.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see which ones pay off and which ones don't.
I mean, I think that was a necessary thing for Team Villains in many ways, especially now that we're in the playoffs and not the main season, because I believe at least a couple of the builds on
Bowser had Giant. Bowser had 3 points dedicated towards being Giant,
which just isn't a viable strategy.
No.
In the playoffs.
No. Yeah, Super Bash Sisters. A fairly strong team. They've had some struggles, but they managed to net a win last week. Peach is scary. Isabelle is scary. Lucina did some strong stuff last week. Palutena has potential, and so does Sheik. So we'll see how that goes. The first matchup is Morton Koopa Jr. Versus Lucina.
And who is the home map? You gotta...
Team Villain, and they chose Frigate Orpheum.
Okay, interesting pick.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it comes to a question of how much Morton outranges Lucina, out recovers Lucina, but Lucina could out damage Morton.
Yeah.
So I think that will determine how it goes.
I mean, either way, I think this is a very exciting match for for Villains, since it will be their first match with an active supporter. And I mean, it's just gonna be, I think, cool to finally see a new person's influence on the team after them having just kind of builds that weren't intended to last so long.
Yeah. So yeah, let's see how they go.
Three, two, one.
All right, so starting off for Godorpian. Thankfully, may I look down for 1 second?
Right? Jeez, that is a not great way to start the match for villains.
No. Yikes. Okay. So Lucina in the lead. Morton doing solid damage to her, but she's in a stock lead.
Yeah, I mean, Orton, since killing himself, has been doing quite well overall against
Yeah.
Lucina. But, just, I mean, it's just.
I mean, Morton
it's
might be
not
able to bring it
enough
back.
of him.
It's early. Morton might be able to bring it back. Morton does take Lucina out as she gets her final smash. And Morton uses his final smash to bring himself back to the top of the stage, keep himself from being killed. That was a smart move on his part. Oh man, that up B does so much damage! Holy cow!
God.
That did
Oh my
50%!
God.
That did
What
50
just
whole
happened?
That up B explosion does 50 whole percent!
Morton brought it back.
Morton brought it
did
back.
He brought it back.
Yeah.
This is clearly a very good
Like
build for Morton. when he's
for the
not-
record, Morton has Strategy Style and Shine Sprite and Wheezing, all of which boost his up B. His up B's explosion damage. He also has Barrel Train, which boosts his dash attack and run speed slightly. And Lucina has Demon Style, so that's why it was 50 whole percent for that.
Yeah.
And it's evened up again though.
Yeah, I mean, Lucina landed that final smash just.
But
really
Morton's
well.
about to use his final smash.
Oh no, this could.
This could
This
kill
could end it.
if Lucina's caught in the explosion, and she is, and it ends it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that was a roller coaster of a match. Oh my god. That was. I think they found a build that worked for Morton.
Yeah. Holy cow, 411% delt. I mean, no swim time though, so
No.
no swim time.
No swim time. Why weren't they swimming during this match?
Yeah, no swim time. All right, let's move on to the next round.
Yeah. Can you stop the? You're gonna want to edit this out.
Yeah. I know.
Can you check?
I know. I see it. I see it. I'm trying not to see it.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I'm real scared.
I mean, have you seen it yet? If you haven't seen it yet, then you can't judge.
I know. I've seen the trailer, and I feel like that tells me all I need to know.
Alright, well... let's so okay, so round 2, we're on Super Bash Sisters' home map. So hopefully for them that'll give them an advantage.
Yeah.
So that would be Bowser versus Peach. So what are you thinking here?
I mean, Well, first off, canon fight, clearly.
That is true. That is true.
Well, obviously Peach is going to be on Celebi and just, what she is. What's Bowser's new build, though?
He's got boulder style, so better on the ground, but a bit more defensive. He's got Wolfen, which is more shield damage, Victini, which is better smash attacks, and Quickman, which is better ground speed. I'm not so sure about that for this stage, because Temple doesn't have a lot of flat ground.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a little hard to use. But the shield damage and the smash attacks, if he can reliably break Peach's shield and get her off stage, he can win this match fairly easily. So
Yeah.
So let's see how that goes. Bowser versus Peach.
3, 2, 1, go!
Now,
I think if this was on Villain's home stage, I would give Bowser a much better chance.
yeah,
Temple is just so heavily favored to Peach, especially on a build like this.
yeah. I mean, she doesn't usually get her all her peaches, because they always spawn so far away.
That's the only real downside to this
Yeah.
stage for her.
And like sometimes she falls off.
Yeah.
But that happens to anyone, and honestly, that could just as easily happen to Bowser. Oh, and
Bowser's-
there he goes.
Wow, yeah, that was something.
That was a stock.
Bowser. Yeah, something that's sticking out to me is Bowser is like short hopping and using his neutral air a lot, and that is clearly not what villains wanted to see with this build.
Yeah, Boulder you really want. I mean, aerial attacks aren't the worst with Boulder style. It's not like land style. But like it's not really what you want to see. You really want to see more ground game.
I mean, it's just that Bowser is not playing to his strengths when he does that.
This will do nothing.
And that's
This will do
not
nothing unless Peach, like, deliberately dies because of it.
It's just not looking good for Bowser.
Okay. He does grab the ledge. I thought he was gonna be off stage.
He's trying his best. Okay.
All right. I have
He's
no idea
just-
where any of the Peaches are. Peach certainly doesn't care.
Peach doesn't care. I don't think she's only at like 50%.
Yeah. Yeah. One of them's usually down here.
Like
Oh, they're all up there, and they're gone.
yeah.
But yeah, like Bowser just isn't doing his smash attacks. He's like
No.
he did a cool thing where he slid along the ground using his Quickman and then did a turnaround forward tilt. That was fun, but like he's not like using his smash attacks, which is what he's built for.
No, he's just not. I mean, he's finally gotten Peach up to like a reasonable percentage.
Yeah.
Which is good. But I
For
just
now.
don't see it.
Because she could easily bring this back down to 0.
No, and I mean, honestly, it's just gonna be. Can Bowser even take a stock off of her? Because Peach is just a dominant force.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is though, she's only one character.
That's true. Like even
Like-
if villains lose this, which it's seeming like they
Like,
will,
It's 1-1. It's
it's 1-1 exactly.
like villains can afford to lose this, and Bowser is.
I think Bowser might actually take a stock off
Bowser-
of Peach.
If he
Oh,
keeps up the.
Oh,
Nope.
is she gonna
Nope.
heal?
No.
Is she gonna eat 3 peaches?
Oh wait! Oh my goodness! Wait!
I think she
This
might have
could
taken
kill her.
herself out. She took herself out of kill percent.
Oh my god, what?
She took herself out of kill
Oh my. I know, but I don't think she's getting those other two peaches.
Nah, she don't care. All she needed was to not be in kill percent for that one move
That I know.
in order to get the
That
3
is a
stock.
very good- And listen, Bowser's not done just yet.
Yeah.
Alright, Peach is at like 100%.
Yeah, for now.
He can do this. But, you know, I mean, it's looking a bit like the Bowser build as being tried out here is not up to the level that villains were hoping.
Yeah, I mean, potentially,
okay.
potentially
I mean-
it's good on a flatter stage, like Frigid
Yeah,
Orpheon.
potentially on a different stage. But, like, I mean, we've already seen from Morton, like, they are clearly on to good builds with at least some of these characters.
Mhm.
And this Bowser build, like, if this is, like, one that just happens to not work out, and, like, it has to lose to like, even if this build was working perfectly, this would be a really tough fight.
Yeah.
Like, this would be an extremely difficult fight. So, if this just happens to be like, oh well, we still can't beat Peach, like, that's how it is. Like,
Yeah.
like Peach was gonna be a tough fight.
And there goes Bowser. Didn't
In
lose a
any-
stock.
Didn't lose a stop.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was going to be a tough fight, but yeah, Bowser's build didn't help out here.
no, unfortunately not. But yeah, I mean, it just makes it 1-1, and that is very obviously
I mean,
Super
he
Bowser's
only
serious
used 8
stronger.
smash attacks. Compared
That's just
to
not-
like Peach, who had 17.
yeah, that's just not nearly enough for what you need.
Yeah. So
You are
yeah, but it's 1-1. Villains can come back from this, and alternatively, sisters can win this. We're at least going to round 4, so let's go to round 3 and see how that turns out.
yeah.
Philadelphia. Where are you? Philadelphia. Oh, here somewhere. Oh, there you are. And we've got King DDD versus Isabel. So yeah, King DDD versus Isabel.
These are historically two bigwigs for these teams.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, this isn't like this is going to be a very deciding factor
Yeah.
in just. To me, it's like whoever wins this is honestly probably going to move on.
Yeah, I think that's
That's how
probably
it
true.
feels to me.
I think that's probably true. I think whoever wins this, it'll turn the tide, and they'll probably win the remaining match, or win one of the remaining 2 matches. So
Yeah.
so
Because
let's.
I feel like both of these teams are really looking to these characters to get them
Mhm.
a win. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like last match, Bowser wasn't like a character villains probably had quite as much confidence in, whereas DDD, I would imagine they have a lot of confidence and hope riding on.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and start the match. We're back on Frigid Orpheon, which I don't think it'll be a disadvantage for Isabel, really. So
I mean, it's just a matter if DDD decides he wants to go back to his home planet and just leave, like he sometimes does.
yes. Isabel already with a 45% on DDD, but DDD can make that back anytime he
Yeah.
wants.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage very quickly. What is DDD's build?
So he
Is
still
it-
has Demon Style. But his
Yeah,
Judd,
look at that.
his Judd was replaced with Ashley. So he'll just have faster Final Smashes rather than a double Final Smash. And in addition, he was given Golden,
Okay.
so his hammer attacks now do more.
Yeah. And I mean, we're seeing that. I mean, he racked up that 80% on Isabel really quickly.
Yeah, but Isabel, whenever she hits DDD, she's getting a lot of damage on him.
Yeah, what's her build?
She's got a Strategist Style, Malouetta, and Reaper
Yes.
and Repet, so she'll deal a lot of damage with those.
There's a little bit of healing sprinkled in for good measure.
All right, both of them have their Final Smash. DDD needs to use it before it gets wasted. Oh, and he doesn't
DDD's
make it back
already
to
up.
stage.
That is not good. What happened? And Isabel lands her final smash. How much damage is this going to do, though?
Only 22%, which I mean is still like
Yeah,
a
that-
not. Yikes! That
I mean,
Lloyd Rocket did 30. That Lloyd Rocket did 34%.
That Lloyd Rocket did more than her final smash.
Yeah.
But he's just going really hard back at her now. I mean, he's already all but. Oh no, never mind. Isabel got a few good hits in, and she is back to a 30% lead.
Yeah. Like
This is just.
these are two
too,
characters
like-
who are just dealing. How much damage is that? Was that Oh, okay. Well, nice job, DDD.
You tried. You know what? At least he actually tried to get it out this time.
Yeah. I guess.
These are just two characters that are made to just like rack up high percents, just going at each other. Just
Yep.
seeing who's going to like break first, basically.
Yeah. Exactly. Honestly, even though Isabel has a massive percent lead right now, DDD could make that up in
So
a
much
second if he
damage.
wants to.
That's exactly like DD just needs like 2 hits, and all of a sudden, like it's fine.
Oh man, but like those fishing poles are doing like 30-40%.
It's so
Each.
insane. It is just. Oh, and she's got her final.
She's
smash
got her
again.
final smash. This will kill.
Yeah,
But 200%.
I hope this would kill.
Yeah, he just gets deleted. Okay. So
DDD can take this stock off of Isabel really fast. Though.
yeah, he
Like,
can take. Yeah, he can take it off like basically now. If he hits with any strong attack, she's gone.
Yeah. I was really expecting DDD to kill himself with that.
Oh
upbeat.
man, but those yikes!
Oh, and of course, she hit a Lloyd. Oh my goodness!
She hit a Lloyd Rocket. She hit a fishing pole. Oh my god! Isabel's dealing so much damage.
Has she always been doing this much damage? Have we just not been? Why do I feel like she's dealing so much more damage than I've ever seen her deal?
I mean, DDD's on Demon Style. Is what's happening.
I guess that.
It's like what happened in the first
But, oh
round.
my goodness!
Where Bowser Jr. was hitting with his upbees for 50%.
And that's it.
That is it.
Isabel ended up with a pretty dominant win.
Yeah, over one of Villain's strongest. That is not a good look for Villains. 589%. 589%. And King DDD didn't connect with a single Final Smash.
No, this was not on top of his final smashes.
No.
It really, I don't know. It felt like, I mean, he doesn't have the biggest hitbox for them, but even still, it just felt like he was just being a bit careless with them tonight, which is really
Yeah.
frustrating.
I mean, he was just kind of too scared to go close
The
to
other
Isabel.
parts of it- I mean, the other parts of his build were clearly working pretty well considering the damage he was dealing. He was just having some hard time, surprisingly enough, just landing those final hits.
Yeah. Anyway, it's 2-1 in Super Bash Sisters' favor. On to the fourth round, which is back on Bash Sisters' home stage.
Yeah, I mean, like we were saying earlier, to me, that felt like a really deciding factor for this match.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I mean, we don't know the quality of the builds that villains have on their remaining two characters all that well, obviously, but
Yeah. I mean, like Wolf. Yeah, Wolf has tank style now instead of Oh man, I forget what he had before. I don't think it was tank style though. I think it was something with more mobility, and he still has Mill Tank because that's really he uses that really well, and he has a Balrog which boosts his gun.
yeah, I mean, now that I think about it, Palutena hasn't been the most
Consistent member.
been the most consistent member.
Oh, I mean one interesting thing is that they gave Palutena Goron, which that reduces damage from fire attacks. So like the idea is that like if Bowser Jr. comes in, then like if those were one of the characters against her, or Ridley, that would neutralize one of their special moves. I'm not sure if Wolf's up B counts as fire. It might. It might count as fire. I'm not sure.
Hey,
Anyway, let's get into the match. Yeah, like Goron is a fairly it's a smart idea to bring to this team. They have a lot of characters with fire attacks. I just don't think this was the best matchup they could have gotten for that support.
and no, I completely agree. I mean, sometimes that's just how it works. I mean, to me, a really strong will be able to overcome a slightly unfavorable matchup, but matchups are very much still a thing.
Yeah.
And characters do just have certain ways of fighting, and it can really matter.
Yeah, and Palutena had an early start, but Wolf's mostly taken the... Oh! And they're both gone!
Oh no. They're both gone. Well, I don't know why we make these matches 3 stocks, honestly, when you can have just good moments like that, where they just both decide, you know what, let's just start over.
Yeah. Let's start over. Different, new stock, new me.
Just use bites the dust
Yes.
for all those JoJo fans out there.
Uh-huh. Alright, so the rest of Palutena's build, she has a land style, which means her ground attacks will be doing more. She doesn't seem to be using them that much, but like she doesn't seem to be not using them, so I think that's fine.
Well, does her side B count as a land attack?
If she's standing on the ground, yes.
And right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually how it is. Special moves count as ground or air attacks depending on where you're standing when you use them.
Yeah.
And she's got Eslo. She's got Victini and Eslo. I think the idea is that they like her up smash. Which,
I mean, is this gonna? Yeah.
And there goes Wolf. This is pretty.
Yeah, that was a.
All right then.
I thought he was gonna make it out of that, honestly, but
Yeah.
he ended up getting clipped by it and just got rid of him. And yeah, this has been fits with this. This maybe-
Wolfpack misses. That's
Yeah,
not.
I don't even know if it would have killed in that little in the
Yeah, she probably would have
area
bounced off the
down there.
walls.
Yeah.
I mean,
mean,
Wolf's getting
good.
some nice combos off right now, which is what he's meant for.
He just needs to get that kill in on her.
Mhm.
I don't think Wolf is at such a percentage where, from what we've seen so far, that he can't come back if he can get the kill
Soon.
really soon.
Yeah. But yeah, unfortunately, he doesn't seem to be getting that kill on. He's being taken above 60% now,
Yeah.
and he got hit off the stage. I'm not sure if he can make it back.
I don't think he can.
No, he can't. That's it for
And
Wolf,
that's it.
and that's it for Team Villains.
I mean, I think we saw a really admirable attempt by them, especially considering that, I mean, this was an uphill battle for their
Mhm.
supporter.
Yeah.
You know, they came in to a team that had not been touched since essentially before the season started
Uh-huh.
and had to try and completely rebuild multiple characters from the ground up.
Yeah.
In, I mean, essentially a week's time. Not an easy thing to do.
I mean, Wolf did solid damage.
Like, yeah, and I mean, outside of, like, I don't even think we can, like we were talking, I don't even think we can truly judge Bowser,
Mhm.
considering just how tough of a matchup and stage that was for him.
Yeah.
But I mean, it looked like the other builds that we saw were overall working pretty well. They may need still a little bit of tweaking, but it looks like they're definitely on the right track.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess let's move on to the last match of the week. So for the final match of the night, we've got the Beefcakes versus the Athletes. So,
Cakes are obviously favored here.
yeah, but
They got upset last week, but I mean,
like
they're
Athletes
still
have
just such a
surprised
strong
us.
team. This is before. They beat Pint Size just last week,
Yeah.
which is certainly a shock to everyone.
hmm
Uh,
I don't know.
so
Maybe Beefcakes are washed up.
it just
They haven't won a match since week 10.
I really hope not. I hope Beefcakes get to move on and stay in this a little bit longer.
So, I suppose let's look at the first matchup. Ganondorf versus Daisy, and Beefcakes have the home field advantage, so we're doing Flat Zone X. And Daisy's build requires that she survive to 100%, at least once. I don't think that's happening.
Daisy's build is a good build.
I don't think Daisy is surviving to 100%. Either Daisy wins, or like she dies, but she dies every time before she hits 100%. I don't think she's making it to 100%.
Yeah. Against Ganondorf on Flat Zone X, like,
No.
this is not the build
No.
you want for Daisy
Yeah,
on this stage against this opponent.
yeah. So, let's see how it goes. All right. So, Daisy with the counter against Ganondorf, and is starting to take a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, I feel like at any point in this match, I could probably just go, oh, and there they go, and I'd probably be right, though.
Yeah.
like I feel like we're gonna just be seeing a lot of like just big swings.
Yeah. And look at that though. Ganondorf can't comboing his up, and there they go.
And there she goes. And Ganondorf had 0% on him
Yeah.
when he got that first kill.
Yeah, unfortunately, Daisy's brick wall style isn't gonna be doing much against Ganondorf, who has Celebi.
Oh, I mean, this is just. I mean, I really do honestly feel like this is just going to be how quickly can Ganondorf kill Daisy.
Yeah. Like this is a challenge for him now. Like
it's not can I win, it's how quickly can I win.
Yeah. When can I go home?
You know, it must be a good feeling for. I mean, listen, watch Daisy get the upset somehow, and both of us look like complete freaking idiots. But like, it must be a good
I
feeling
mean,
for
she's about to get her
just
final
get a
smash.
free win right off the bat.
Ganondorf's asleep. She could hit him off the stage. Ganondorf's woken up. She did not hit him off the stage. Ganondorf gets one of the daisies.
This is Ganondorf is going way too slow. He should be ashamed of himself.
Well, you know, I joke that like Ganondorf wants to finish this so he can go home. Maybe Beefcakes lives here. You know? Maybe they've been living in the apartments, and that's why they've been here, so they don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
And they make Ken sleep in the ambulance. The siren is on all night.
Is that why he's so bad?
No. They just do it to give him an edge. Although the question is, who gets to stay on the floor that's on fire?
It's on fire.
Like who gets to stay on the top floor where the fire is?
Is he finally dealing some damage to Ganondorf? Let's see if she'll get another final smash to let him heal up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Is Ganondorf gonna? Is Ganondorf? I think Ganondorf is trying to like win this at 0%. I think that's his goal.
I
Right now.
really want him to. I really want him to. I want him to.
Did Daisy's Great Fairy activate?
I don't think so.
I guess we'll see at the.
I don't think it's activated. So. God. Oh God. She's so bad. She's so bad at this game that we.
She could kill Ganondorf here. She could kill Ganondorf.
I really want it to kill him. I want it to happen. She needs this, okay? She's worked so hard. Anyway, somebody please join Athletes as a supporter so we can start being nice to them.
Ganondorf's at 0%, and he has his final smash at the ready. He hits with it.
Yes.
It kills. He did it. He did it.
I'd like to point out that Daisy, I'm pretty sure, healed him more than she dealt damage to him.
Yeah.
That was a very good fight.
Oh my God. Yeah, he did. I mean, obviously he was at 0%. He took 222%. He recovered 222%. And
He recovered all of that.
yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't think Daisy's a Great Fairy activated because
I don't think she got to 100% a single time.
no. And in fact, peak damage 106. She did. It did activate.
So I guess it did activate once. Oh wait, but it may have been during the final smash at the end.
Oh. Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. It was not a useful build.
That would explain why it's not a multiple of 30. The amount she recovered.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Listen, that match was many things. It was not competitive.
No.
Let's hope. Let's listen. Maybe athletes can bring it back with the next one. Okay.
all right. So next, we're on an away map, and since athletes has no supporter, that's random. So let's see what we get, and it's Captain Falcon versus the best member of athletes, Wii Fit Trainer.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Is it 6, right?
fit trainers, like you said, actually, well, she's not Daisy, so it's a step up.
Yeah, I mean, she
is what
isn't
we can
Daisy,
say.
sure. I really wouldn't call her good.
I mean-
pretty much every member of Athletes struggles except for Little Mac.
Except Little Mac. Yeah.
Mii Brawler's alright. Mii Brawler does good things.
Me Brawler's okay.
Yeah. But like, yeah, Little Mac is last in the lineup, by the way. So they have to win at least 2 matches with non-Little Mac members in order to get him. Granted, they'd have to win at least 2 matches with non-Little Mac members to win anyway.
And now this is
It's an uphill battle.
it's an uphill battle. We knew that like from the get-go, though.
But yeah,
Let's be honest.
let's just not dilly-dally any longer. Let's start that match. So we've got Captain Falcon versus Wii Fit Trainer. Captain Falcon, he's got Demon Style and Gold Mario. Oh man, oh what the? Okay, Wii Fit Trainer dealing a lot of damage. She also has Demon Style. This is another match where both sides will be doing high amounts of damage to each other.
I mean, wow, Falcon already like, jeez.
Yeah.
This is certainly an interesting stage.
Have we ever gotten Venom before?
I don't think we've ever been here before.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a very interesting stage. I feel like for 2 people.
Yeah, because it's sort of like
2
'cause
fighters.
it's got sort of
These
this
aren't
dividing
people
line in
playing.
between. And yeah, Wii Fit Trainer's invincible for the time being. Will she use that opportunity to like get the kill on Captain Falcon maybe, or maybe like anything except just flying in the air and hitting her soccer ball in random directions?
But she's just having fun playing sports.
So yeah, all her buffs are gone. Her build is now empty, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they don't reactivate the next stock. Both characters
guess
have Final
they're-
Smash. I wonder who's going to use it first.
Those Final Smashes
Falcon
should
uses it.
kill.
Yeah. Falcon uses it. This will kill.
Yeah. Yeah. It's honestly surprising to me how long both of these characters survived, considering.
But yeah, Captain Falcon taken off. This is an even match
Yeah.
again.
Even match. Which, I mean, honestly, we say that, but I think Wii Fit Trainer kind of has the edge because she has a much higher charge on her Final Smash.
That's true.
Falcon had to use his to get the kill. So if Wii Fit can get enough damage on Falcon before she gets to her Final Smash, she will be in a very good position.
Yeah. And like they're even in percent, but Wii Fit Trainer has the Final Smash on the board.
Yeah, I mean, Falcon could definitely be killed by this if she can just use it right.
And she hits him with it. I think this will kill. Towards the ledge right there? Yeah, it does. And Wii Fit Trainer is taking the lead. Oh, and it does reactivate.
Yeah.
Oh. I wonder if the invincibility carries over. It didn't.
Nope. I guess it does not make you invincible from a final smash.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good to know because that's not something that will come up very often, I guess, because you have to be put into 100% with the final smash trick activation. So
Yeah.
but now we know.
Well, you know what? I think that makes sense because I think we saw something similar with Great Fairy last match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
and
this
Wii Fit
is
Trainer
gonna be-
takes it.
that was a tight match.
Uh-huh. So both characters doing a massive percent to each other. And yeah, it's the final smash that took it. Final smash took it for Wii Fit Trainer. And yeah, she just was doing a lot of damage to Captain Falcon. Like each hit, she was hitting with her smash attacks. And yeah, that's all there is to say on that, I guess. So next we're back on Flat Zone X.
Zone X.
And we've got Ike versus Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on these guys?
I mean, I think I'm definitely favoring Ike here. I mean,
Ike is one of the
potent.
strongest characters on Flat Zone X, if not the strongest.
Exactly my thoughts. Ike is I'm just not worried about Ike in terms of the cans here, really, and that's really Duck Hunt's main gimmick.
Yeah. I think like Duck Hunt will deal a lot of damage with those cans, but like I don't think he'll be able to like just kill Ike off the stage with them. Like he's got Polar Bear. I don't think that's gonna happen, but we'll see, I guess. Ike versus Duck Hunt on Flat Zone X.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, and both characters are fairly even in percent right now. But
Yeah, but
that's not good. Kind of even in percent is an advantage for Ike, given how early he can kill.
exactly. Especially considering he weighs a lot more than Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there goes Duck
I'm honestly
Hunt.
amazed. I'm honestly amazed he lasted that long.
Yeah.
It seemed to me like he should have died like 3 times before that, but you
Yeah.
know, he held on.
And all right, Duck Hunt has his final smash at the ready. This could kill Ike, and even up the stocks at least. And he connects with it. This will kill Ike. Over here at the ledge.
Yeah, this should kill Ike. This should
Yeah, it
like
does. I mean,
if this doesn't
Duck
kill
Hunt's
Ike,
already.
something real funky's going on.
Yeah, I mean, Duck Hunt's already at kill percent though, and Ike has his final smash at the ready,
I mean,
and he doesn't
I
need to
think-
use it to get the kill, which means he can just let it rip right here.
and I mean, let's be honest. On this stage, like Ike's final smash could probably kill a 0.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't against Mii Brawler, but that was a different platform layout,
the
so who
platforms
knows?
aren't set up right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if that middle platform was a bit higher, I think
Yeah.
it actually probably would have, but
Yeah,
it wasn't. It
that's
was
true.
Still a bit below that
And
middle
there
platform.
goes Duck Hunt.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so Ike in the lead 2-1. I mean, Beefcake's in the lead 2-1. Dominant showing from Ike. Pretty much both their showings on Flat Zone X have been pretty dominant. So if that continues, then they don't really have much to worry about. Although, we'll see how that pans out in the future. See how that pans out as we keep going.
Exactly. But I mean,
yeah, I mean, Duck Hunt just could not stand up to Ike at all.
no.
Like, he hit him with
I mean,
with some things. He dealt some damage. He dealt like what is it?
He
199.
got a kill off of him.
Yeah.
Like he got a kill.
But,
But
like,
I mean, so few characters I feel like could stand up to Ike on Flat Zone X, especially with the way Ike was fighting tonight. Ike was like on his game.
yeah. All right, but we're back to Venom for Zero Suit Samus versus Mii Brawler.
Zero Suit Samus was a character who, in the main season, was sporting Giant. But
yeah.
that's not viable for the playoffs because Giant only activates on your first life, and you're going to go past your first life.
Yeah.
Unless you're Ganondorf.
Yeah, but even then, it only activates once, and that's such a low
It only
percentage of the
activates
time.
once for a short period of time.
But like on the other, so like Zero Suit Samus has Hector to give her super armor and her smash attacks. She's got strategist style to help her special moves and deep breathing to help her down beat specifically. But like Mii Brawler has sort of slowly pushed himself into being the second best on second best on athletes with his healing and his critical hit. So we'll see how he does here. We'll see how this shakes up because he took it from Pint Size last time. He could very easily bring it into a bad situation for Beefcakes.
Yeah, I mean, what is the build on Zero Suit Samus?
Strategist style,
because-
Hector, and deep breathing. So Hector gives her super armor on her
good.
smash attacks. Strategist style helps boosts all her special moves, and deep breathing specifically boosts her down B.
Good. I always need to. I constantly forget what builds characters have.
Yeah.
I'm really bad about it.
Yeah.
I just.
I mean, I do have it open right now.
I look at the builds a lot of the times before the matches too, and well before we start recording for the night, and I still just don't remember. It just does not stick in my head.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I have them open right next to me, so.
Yeah. I do not. I've tried that, and I just don't. It just.
Anyway, oh man, Mii Brawler taking the first stock with that punch rush.
Yeah. And his percentage isn't even that high.
No, and he's been healing. This is the thing, and it's not like Zero Suit Samus has been doing bad. She's been connecting with some smash attacks.
Yeah, she's been doing all right. It's just that Mii Brawler is just doing better.
Okay, she got hit out of that smash attack even though she shouldn't have been, but that's fine, I guess.
It happens.
Yeah, I think if it's a strong enough attack, it will hit you out of it. So
Yeah,
Zero
there are
Suit Samus
things
has
that-
her final smash.
Strong enough moves will break through armor.
Yeah.
Zero Suit Samus needed that kill, and she got it.
Yeah.
She really was not.
Yeah, I mean she's still behind though. That's the thing.
Yeah, she's definitely still behind, and Mii Brawler is coming up on his final smash. So she really needs him to whiff it once he gets it.
Yeah. Which, I mean, to be fair, it's a difficult final smash to hit. But like,
It is not a particularly easy final smash to land, though. Even if he doesn't land it, she's already above 100%.
yeah. like it would give her an advantage in like in terms of having more final smash charge than him, I guess. Oh, and he does connect with it. That's not good for her.
Oh, it's really starting to look like we may have a round 5.
Yeah, and Beefcakes does not want that, I don't think. I mean, even on Flat Zone X, Incineroar versus Little Mac, I don't
My
think they want
goodness.
that.
No. Oh my god. Are we going to see the upset?
Maybe.
This is... Hey, so question. How should we feel if athletes win the championship?
I don't know. I think that means you
I
all
guess
lose.
that's basically you winning the championship because you made all the builds
Yeah.
that athletes were using.
I mean, like, I didn't make them to be the best builds in this game. I kept Little Mac's build the same random build he had week 1, which was good, which was like a good build that he had because like people liked how cool Little Mac was, and then like everyone else, I sort of gave okay builds because I figured Little Mac would carry them.
Zero Suit
like
Samus,
yeah, Zero Suit Samus getting the kill, not that high percent, but like she can't afford.
it's not
to
looking good, but she is certainly far from out of it.
Yeah.
Um,
And now she's out of it.
yeah, looking like things are about to get interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna have a
That's for
very
sure.
interesting round 5, for sure. For
This is
sure.
just-
Yeah, she just wasn't able to do enough damage to him. I feel like Zero Suit Samus's build, honestly, isn't that great. Like she's used it. She's used this build a few times in the main season, and like she rarely connects with her down B. She rarely connects with all that many of her smash attacks in general, and she doesn't use her special moves that much. I feel like this isn't really the best build for her. But
yeah, I mean, she was. Yeah, it just feels like a build that just wasn't doing as much for her as it could have.
Mhm.
And
let's move on to that coveted final match of the night, I suppose. Final round. It all
Yeah.
comes down to this. Incineroar
I mean,
versus
listen, you
Little
could-
Mac.
you couldn't ask for a more suspenseful ending to the night. I'm gonna be honest. This is not where I thought we would be ending things tonight.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I don't know who's going to take this. Like, both characters benefit from the lack of ledges. Both characters benefit from the really early kills. I'm not sure about this.
It's gonna be really interesting. We could also literally see Little Mac just like neutral B off the stage if he's not careful. I think.
Yeah, that's also true.
Like, I mean, it would be hilarious, but like,
Yeah, I mean, it would be pretty funny. I'm gonna give Lil Mac a costume for this match. He's getting dressed up. He's ready. He's ready. This is potentially Athlete's last stand. This is potentially Beefcake's last stand. Both teams need to be ready for this. So,
they need to be repping the good colors. This is true.
So let's begin.
Yeah.
Three, two, one, go!
All right. afraid. Oh, and there goes Incineroar.
Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious.
Oh man.
To go away again? Is he about to just go away again?
Is he? I don't know. I don't know.
Little Mac, no, you're going. Little Mac, don't go up. Go to the side.
Yeah.
Don't. God. Little Mac is just taking it to the big cat.
Yeah. I mean, Incineroar is starting to swing it a little bit. He's trying to use revenge. He desperately wants to get that damage buff so that he can bring back this deficit before Little Mac gets his KO punch.
Oh my god, that's right, Little Mac. gets his
And
KO
there
punch.
goes Little Mac. He doesn't get to use his KO punch. Thankfully
Okay.
for Incineroar.
Okay.
So Incineroar is still in
Okay.
this. He is not. Okay, well,
Yeah.
he is still technically in this. He's about to get his final smash.
Percent.
He misses with it. He lets it rip and he misses.
Oh no.
And Little Mac's about to
Oh
get
my
his final
goodness.
smash. I don't think Incineroar... Oh, Incineroar takes out Little Mac. Little Mac's
Incineroar
still about
gets
to
it.
get his final smash, but like Incineroar needs to jank Little Mac out. He needs to just like throw
Yeah,
Little
this
Mac
is-
off the stage.
This is
Don't let him hit with that final smash.
really coming down to the wire.
He gets the revenge off. Little Mac misses with the final smash.
Oh my goodness.
They're
do
fighting
it.
close to the edge. It's anyone could die here. They're back in the middle.
Can't tell who's who anymore.
Oh,
Okay.
and Incineroar survives that hit. Survives that powerful
My
smash
goodness.
attack. And I mean,
is
Little
just
Mac's in a
insane.
percent lead, but like anything could happen.
I don't think that means anything on this stage.
Oh man. Little Mac desperately trying to counter whatever Incineroar's trying to throw at him.
Incineroar's. I don't think Incineroar would be able to hold out long enough
Incineroar
to
gets
find
the-
a smash.
Incineroar gets him with the
He
side
does it. He
B.
pulls it out. He
pulls
takes
it out.
with it.
Holy cow!
That
was the
if you
most
are
in-
beefcakes,
That was the
that
most
was a
intense 2 minutes
fantastic
40.
match. That was a fantastic match. But if you are beefcakes, that was too close for comfort.
Yeah,
That was way too close for comfort.
yeah. That was the most intense 2 minutes 46 seconds of my life.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I feel like for basically starting from 30 seconds in, our commentary kind of just turned to mush a little bit because it was just every second just felt like the match could end.
Yeah.
It just felt like one of them could just end the other then and there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah. Incredible performance from both teams. Still no swim time, but that's okay. That's okay in this case. And yeah, that's it for the stream. So yeah, next week, Third Wheels and Musketeers are taking a bit of a break. They get a gap week to they get a bit of extra time to prepare for each other, and all the teams that are still in the losers bracket can do losers bracket things as you do. And of course, Team Villains and Team Athletes are going to be starting testing.
oh, you know, I mean, like we mentioned earlier, Athletes is still looking for a supporter.
Yeah, I mean
so-
to keep athletes from super falling behind, I'm going to put in random tests for them, just so they have like something on the board.
Yeah, just so they have something.
Yeah.
But As somebody whose team is actually in testing right now, I can tell you right now, it's honestly a very nice thing to be able to do. It's it really is a lot of fun in its own way to be doing testing because you're feeling it gives you a real feeling of finally being able to like start to gain information about your team
Yeah.
and about the characters in a way that you couldn't during the main season, during the playoffs.
Yeah, you really get to see like how consistent is a build, for instance, or like how do my characters really stack up with each other, instead of just like one swept and one
Exactly.
only got to close out the match.
Exactly, and the other thing also is if you're afraid to get into it, joining a team that's in testing is a very low stakes way to do it, I would say, if you're worried in that front, because you're not competing against anybody, you're just trying to learn things, and part of what you're trying to learn can be just like, how do I like be a supporter for a team?
Yeah, like what do each of the spirits do? Right.
I mean, I am literally still learning that because
And I mean,
I
we all are. Some it's like, does this spirit
Yeah.
affect this move?
probably
Probably.
yeah.
So yeah. See you all next week. Bye.
Good night, everybody. Bye.